for delay.
Okay, Banteji. How are you?
How about your health?
Okay, now okay. Sometimes got wrong, sometimes okay, sometimes not okay.
Because working in early morning is very difficult.
Yeah. That is the problem.
If you have any alternate, you can think if you have another Panteji or other that can take this class, you can also do that.
Yeah. I'll let you know. Then we are going to discuss another discourse. That is Jāgara Sutta. Jāgara Sutta. The discourse on the awake. Jāgara Sutta. This is from Sutta Samyutta Nikaya, Devata Samyutta Sagata Vagga. It is maybe a Sutta number 6. Sutta number 6. It is structured quite same other suttas, what you learn. Already you have learned few suttas like Oga, Upaniya, Katichinda. If you compare with those sutras, this is also same, structure-wise.
Katichinda.
Katichinda. The way of presenting, the way of presentation of the sutta is same to other sutta, what you learn. That first, let us read that sutta. Ekan samayam bhagava savatyang viharati jetavani anatha pindikassa arami attako anyatara devata abhikkantaya raktya abhikkanta vanna kevala kappan jetavanam obasittam yena bhagava ten upasankami upasankamita bhagavantang avivaditva ekamantang attasi ekamantan titakosa devata bhagavato santike imang gatang abhasi. When you go through those phrases, Pali words, of course, you can consider that the same way the same way it has been presented by the Buddha, like other sutras. Ekam samyam means once time. Bhagavan Sayan Samyang Viharati. So Bhagavan Savatyang Viharati. Buddha lives, or Buddha was living, Buddha was dwelling in Shavati, at Shavati. Where Jetavani Anatha Pindika Sarami, in Jetavana monastery built by Anatha Pindika. Built by Anatha Pindika. That is the paragraph. The first one is that Atako Anyatara Devata. Then, while he was there, while the Buddha was dwelling over there at that monastery, Jetwana temple, Atako, then after Anyatara Detra, a certain deity, Abhikantaya Raktya Abhikanta Vanna. Abhikant Raktya at the midnight. After Abhikanta Raktya means in after gone night, it's meaning morning and dawn, after 12. Abhikanta Vanna, with illumination, Keval Kapang, Jetavana, Jetavana Monastery, Jetavana Monastery. Obasetva means illuminating, entire, illuminating the entire whole Jetavana Monastery. Yena Bhagava, where Buddha was there, approached, where was the Blessed One, they arrived there. They arrived, approached there. Upasankamita Bhagavantang Abhivadita Ekamantang Athasi. Upasankamita. Upasankamita means having come, having approached, having reached. Bhagavantang Abhivadita. Having respected to Buddha. Having respected to Buddha. Ekamantang Athasi. Ekamantang is standing on one side, It's meaning, you have the English meaning, that line, standing to one side, that deity recited this verse in the Buddha's presence, Upasankamita Bhagavantang Abhivadita Ekamantang Athasi Ekamantang Tita Sako Sadevata Bhagavato Santike Imangatang Abhasi. After that, he raised his question. He presented his question, his riddle, his problem, what he wanted to understand from what he wanted to discuss with Buddha, what he wanted to clarify with Buddha. Kati, same way, Kati Jāgara Sutta, Kati Suttesu Jāgara, Katihi Rajamadeti, Katihi Parisujjatiti. Buddha replied, thus, Panchajagaratam Sutta, Panchasuttesu Jāgara, Panchahi rajamadeti panchahi parisujjati. Parisujjati. Then first of all, let us focus on first his question, how he raised, how he put his question to the Buddha. This is how Kati Jāgara Sutta. Here, Jāgara, it is new words for you. Kati, that term is, it is familiar because you know that it's indicating that Kati, the term Kati indicates, denotes how many. Jāgara, Jāgaratam, Sutta. Sutta means one who sleep. Jāgara means one who awake. Awake. Kati Suttesu Jāgara. Kati Suttesu means in sleeping, while sleeping. While sleeping. Now we are awaken. We awaken while others sleeping. Why? Because of we means I am awaking. I awaken. Maybe others living. You also can think. You also awaken. Sometimes others sleeping. That is the question. Kati Jāgaratam Sutta. Kati, how many sleep while others awake? Kati, how many Sutta sleep while others awake? Kati Jāgara Sutta, Kati Suttesu Jāgara. Kati, how many? How many wake among the sleeping? Katihi rajamadeti, katihi parisujjati. By how many? Here, kati, by how many? Katihi, not katihi, katihi. By how many? By how many do you gather dust? It's meaning how you do collect, how do you receive, how do you get, how do you gather dust? It's meaning dust of defilement, klesas. It is here, Raja means dust. It is just indicated not simply normal dust. It is a simile. It likened to defilement, what we do wrongly, or what we have negatively. Dust, that is what we call Rajasa, Raja. Adeti, Rajam Adeti, receive, collect, gather. Gather. How do you gather those defilements? By how many? By how many do you gather those defilements or the defilements of or impurities of dust, dust. Kati parisujjati. Kati, by how many? By how many are you cleansed? By how many are you cleansed? How do you cleanse? What? By what are you doing? But what are you performing? Are you going to be cleansed yourself? That is the meaning. Katihi parisujjati. It's meaning, how do you become sinful? How do you become simple? And also, how do you cleanse? How do you purify those unnecessary things? How do you remove? How do you overcome? How do you control those defilement or impurities? What you accumulate, what you gathered through 5 ways. Through 5 ways. These are the questions. These are the questions. There are simply 2 questions. 2 questions. The Buddha explained. Buddha explained him. Buddha explained him. Pancha Jāgara Sutta. Pancha Suttesu Jāgara. Panchahi Rajamadeti. Panchahi Parisujjati. In the same way, how deity asked from him, in the same way, Buddha replied. Buddha approached him. Buddha responded him. Pancha Jāgara Sutta. 5. Pancha, he said here. 5 sleep. 5 sleep. While others awake. While others awake. It's meaning 5, when 5 awakes, 5 sleep. 5 means indicates something wrong what we do. We 5 means it is not indicate any kind of persons or things. It is the things what we involve, that those are things in which we involve. What we do wrongly, in or illegally or unethically, what we do in our lifetime, we call them what is called it wrongful thing. Pancha. They are 5 kind of. It's meaning 5 sleep. 5 sleep while others wake. While others wake. Pancha Suttesu Jāgara. 5 awake. 5 wake. 5 wake, not awake. 5 wake among others sleeping. Among others sleeping. 5 wake among others sleeping. Panche Rajamadeti. Panche Parisujjati. By 5 ways, by 5 means, you gather dust. 5 ways. You collect, you accumulate, you gather. Rajas means dust of evil thing, dust of sin, dust of defilement or defilements, 5 ways. And also, panchahi parisujjati, panchahi parisujjati, by five, you are cleansed, Hmm? 5 ways, in 5 ways you gather defilements or impurities, dust, and also in the same way, 5 ways, another 5 ways, you will remove, you will overcome, you will annihilate 5 ways, through 5 ways. Buddha says that is its a meaning. Actually, its content is quite simple. Now we have to understand those 5 ways. Those 5 that sleep, those 5 that wake. You should understand those 5 from you collect or gather dirty impurities, evil things. The 5 ways from what you cleanse, what you overcome those defilements. These answers is called. We have to learn this answers. You have to learn. Here, Katichin Katihi Rajan Adeti. Katihi. By what 5? By what 5 are you going to, or do you collect, do you gather defilement? Then you must know those 5. Those 5. Katihi parisujjati. Then what thing by using what are you going to be cleansed? What using? What 5 are you going to use to purify it? You must know those things. Here, the 2 symbols are, one is sleep, one is wake. Here, wake means simply we, in our daily life, we sleep and we wake early morning. You wakes because you have to go for work. Today also, every Saturday morning, I must wake up. I have to get up from the bed because also I have to conduct the class. Sometimes you are sleeping in with defilement. You are not wake of that. That sleeping we consider here. Here, sutta means because of that sutta, if you get separated, if you analyze, if you get understand that term, of course, it gives few means. Sutta means a discourse. You know that. And also the strings, thread, sutta, and all, yeah, that, and also here we call the sleeping. This is sleeping. The normal sleeping in our habitually we sleep, no? Which is we need. Every people we need good rest, good sleeping for rest, for fresh life, present life, no? And same way, even while you are awaking, you may sleep in defilement. Defilement. In defilement, you are sleeping. You sleep over there. You sleep over there. It's meaning you could not recognize, could not understand your those qualities, those negative qualities. That is what we call you are sleeping. You are sleeping. That is why we are traveling. We are moving in the samsara journey, in the samsaric journey, because so far we haven't understood. So far we have never eradicated, overcome those defilements. So that we are sleeping. We are sleeping. Some are awake. Some are not. Some awaken. Some has been awakened, like a Buddha, like arhats, worthy persons, saint, for they have awakened, so that they have gone. They have gone. So Buddha has gone. Buddha has awakened. So that we call him Sugato. He has gone very correctly. That is what we call. He has gone well. So that we call Sugata. He is awakened. But we are unawakened. So far we haven't awakened. So that we are traveling. We are coming and going. We born, we reborn, and again we go like that. Wake and Sutta. Sutta means the literature not consider indicates just simply normal hour life sleeping. This awakening from defilement. That is what we call Jāgara and Sutta. You know that there is another this is a Jāgara. That when you go to the when you search, if you search, or you may be able to find out more information on that Jāgara, maybe Jataka stories, Jāgara Jataka. That story, it is a Buddha's birth stories, Jataka tales. That Jāgara Jataka explain us some information of that issues. And when you go through the Dhammapada, there is one verse, is Diga Jāgara Turati Digam Sampassa Yojanam. Digo Balana Sansaro Saddammang Avijagatu. That is how Buddha explain of that issue. That issue. Diga means long. Long. Jāgara Rati. Jāgara means Jāgara wakeful. Jāgara wakeful. Jāgara Sutta. Among the sleeping. Sleep. Sutta means the one who sleep. Jāgara means the one who is wakeful. Then Diga Jāgarato Rati. Rati means night. Night, not daytime, night. 12 hours night, dark. That Rati, the night is long. Diga means the night is long. To whom long? One who does not have sleeplessness. Long is the night. Long is the night to one who is wakeful. Sometimes you feel that. Do you have that experience? Some night, how terrible, you cannot spend. Sometimes you got upset, if you got trouble, if you have the, what is called the burning sensation, burning desire. You know that there's one very good illustration, simile or story, Another Pindika. Actually, its name was Sudatta. Sudatta. First, at the beginning, in their family, he recognized as Sudatta. Sudatta came to know, or he knew that Buddha is dwelling at the Jetavana monastery. Then, once he heard that beautiful, meaningful term, he impressed himself. So that that merchant, after having listening, when he listened that name of the Buddha, he surprised and also he impressed himself. So that that night he was wakeful. So that that night was alone for him. Because of he so impressed himself really, so that he wanted to meet, he wanted to look Buddha. That is why he could not sleep. He was unable to sleep. He cannot sleep. Even he tried to sleep, no. So that what happened? He early morning left the house to approach Buddha because of desire. Sometime maybe if you are waiting, suppose you got your exam, you knew that the result will be out tomorrow, then also if you are so interested to understand your result, then because of that, sometimes you cannot sleep. Maybe with the reason or without some failure of the physically. Sometimes you may have physical problem. Then also you could not sleep well. That night could be sleepless, waking. So that it is quite difficult to spend that time, no? daytime, at the 12 hours maybe that night, or sometimes you go to the kitchen, prepare the coffee and drink, again you come and go to the bed, try to sleep, no sleep. Again you go to the bed, again you go to the washroom, like that, changing. In many ways you try to get sleep. No. Do you have that experience, Anupa? You have.
Yes.
The Rahul?
Yes, when we waiting for or any result,
Mhm.
when there is result in next day, then early night we don't sleep. What will happen? That.
Hiroko Sato-san, do you have that experience through your life?
Yes, when, for example, when I have high fever, I can't sleep well.
Tomorrow in your life, how many days you left without sleeping?
Not so many, but yes, there are.
Not many, but you have experiences.
Yes.
You experience that, no? Sometimes even we also experience that. Then Sayuri, how about you?
She's
She's
not.
absent.
She's absent today.
Oh.
Yeah, I think she injured, so she should take a rest for a while.
Our sensei, whenever,
Yes,
how many? Do you have the experience of that?
yes,
Yeah, you have, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, good.
yeah.
That is the Diga Jāgara Torati. Diga Jāgara Torati. Simply in our normal life, when we do not have the sleep, it is quite difficult to pass the time. Then if you do not wake up from your sleeping in defilement, then how could be the long our sansaric journey? That is why Buddhism or every religion, they advise, they instruct you to conquer those defilement, eradicate those defilement. That is similarly Digam Santasa Yojana. And the other one is Digam, same. Digam, lawn. Digam means a lawn. Yojana means a journey. Yojana means 16 miles are 16 miles are yojana. In yojana, yojana means the 16 mile distance, not a kilometer. You can calculate how much is it in kilometer. 16 kilometer distance is called yojana. Then it is long one who travel. To the travelers, if you walk, if you go on foot, such a long distance, of course, it is quite long for you, because you walk, you got exhausted, you got tired, you are very tiring while walking. Then, of course, you feel that, oh, how long, how far we have to go. It is quite difficult. It is, you consider it is too long. Lone is the journey of one yojana to the traveler, who is tired, While walking, you become tired, so that you feel that it is quite long. Digam Santasa Yojana. Santasa means one who travels, one who goes. Digo Balanam Sansaro. Digo Balana Sansaro. Digo is same, long. Sansaro means this terrible transmigrations, coming and going, or the circle of death and birth and death. That is samsara. Samsara is loan for to whom? For Balanam, one who could not understand Dhamma. One who loan is samsara. Loan is samsara. Samsara means round of rebirth, circle of rebirth, coming and going. To the fool, to the fool. Fool means one who does not understand, one who does not realize the Four Noble Truth, or Dhamma. We call him, we recognize him, we recognize them as a fool, They don't know, they don't understand Dhamma well, so they travel, they continue their journey, rebirth. So that samsara is the round of rebirth is long for traveler who are traveling in the samsara. Digo balana sansaro sabdamang avijanato. What is the reason? He doesn't understand Dhamma, who is ignorant of the true Dhamma, the teaching of the Buddha. Diga Jāgara Ratti, Digam Santasa Yojanam, Digo Balan Sansaro, Sabdamam Avijanato. Anybody wants to write down this poems or these verses or the stanza? For your additional understanding, additional knowledge. Diga Jāgarato Ratti. If you need to, you can write down. Otherwise, you can under Diga Jāgarato Ratti, search online. Diga Jāgarato Ratti. Just note down the first line of the poem, of the stanza, then go through that and search on that in the website or Google. Diga Jāgarato Ratti. Diga Jāgarato Ratti. Okay, then Mamoru can summarize what you learned just today. We have to learn more, a little bit more of the sutta. Next class, I can do that. I explain the what five you have to, and what five sleep, what five awaken, What five brings dust? How you get purification like that? I have to explain of those points later. Then Mamoru just try to summarize what you learned today of the sutta.
Okay, today we learned about Jāgara Sutta. At one time at Savatthi, Buddha was staying in the Jetavana, Anathapindika's Jetavana monastery. After the midnight, certain deva came down and illuminating the whole area, and he approached to the Buddha and to show his respect to the Buddha, and he stood one side of the Buddha and asking the following question: and how many sleep while others are awake? How many wake among the sleep? By how many do you gather dust? By how many you are cleansed? So Buddha replied, 5 sleep while others awake, 5 awake among the sleeping. By 5 you gather dust, by 5 you are cleansed. This doesn't mention what are the 5 of the 5 defilements and 5 cleaning things. But this structure is the same as other sutta, a simple question and answers. I think that's what I know.
Okay. Then how about Serako, Sato-san?
Yes. One time, the Buddha was dwelling in Anathapindika's monasteries. Then a certain deva approached the Buddha and respected and stood one suitable side. And the deity asked the Buddha, how many sleep while others awake? And how many wake among the sleeping? By how many do you gather dust? By how many are you cleaned? So Buddha replied, 5 sleep while others wake, 5 wake among the sleeping. By 5 you gather dust, by 5 you are cleaned. So this is like a Katechinda Sutta. So we should research more another sutta, another bigger Jāgara Torah this.
Okay. Remember, Sensi, can you brief it? Sensi, Venerable.
Yes. And this sutta, Jāgara Sutta, is mean the waking. And so talks about that Buddha said, and I think the sleep and the wake is like anthropomorphic. So 5 5 means like Pancha Indriyani, Satta, Vidya, Sati, Samadhi, Panya, like that. And Pancha Nibbana and other Bichkita, like a Bichkita. So take care and watch out. And it means 5 sleep or awake. And Buddha said, I think I read this sutta.
Okay. That one, yeah, again, you can read it again. And also,
Sorry, I just
yes, you can get more information in this class. Then today, just try to the abstracts of the sutta, summarizing, I would think, just remember. Then you can listen to others, that Anupama.
Is in the Jāgara Sutta is about deity. It happens in at Savatya at the dawn when illuminating a deity came with illuminating all the Jetavana Rama, and when Venerable Buddha was sitting, he asked him about the Jāgara Sutta. That is, how many sleeps while others are awake, or how many awake while others are asleep. What is sleep and what is awake? Sleep is having the negative qualities which are related to, just like a simile, five hindrances, and which those who are awakes, they are identified as persons who have watchful or mindful, or doing good things. Then they how many they and they asked deity asked further that how many by how many they gather dust means of defilements, how many they gather defilements, or by how many awakened people gathers having cleansed. So Buddha replied that five sleeps, means the persons who have five negative qualities sleeps while others awake. Those who have five good qualities, those five bad and good qualities not mentioned by the Buddha earlier. And he said that when five gather dust means a defilement which which uh, which are the hindrances to move towards the sanctity of life. And the those who are cleansed themselves by gathering five good qualities, they move towards the sanctity of life. But those five hindrances and five panchendriyas are not mentioned here, so it will be further mentioned in this is all about Jāgara Sutta.
Okay. Rahul, you want to say something?
We studied today about Jāgara Sutta, and once upon a time in the Savasti, Buddha staying in Anathapindika's Jetwanaram Vihar, and after passing the midnight, one deity came to the Jetwan, and he alight the Jetwan from his own body lights, and go to near the Buddha, and he pay respect to the Buddha, and sit near the Buddha, and ask in a poem how many sleeps while other awake, and how awake among the sleeping. Then Buddha reply, five sleeps while other awake, five awake among the sleeping, and by five gather dust, by five you are cleaned. This was the Jāgara Sutta, and same this can be correlated with the Dhammapada verse number 16, that is Anatta Purisa Vattu in Balvaggo. That is Digha Jagrato Rati Digha Santas Yojana Digho Balano Sansaro Saddhamang Abhijanatang. Meaning is long is the night to one who is awakeful. Long is the journey of one who is traveler, who is tired. And long is the samsara for who those don't know the Dhamma.
Yes, that's good enough. Please try to remember. Next class, when we gather next day, let us discuss some more information of what we have to understand. That Sensei in his summarizing, he told that we have to learn 5 hindrances, Panchanivarna and Panchabala. We learn next day those point. Okay, and there's some important point in regard to the sutta. Then this point, let us conclude. Let's terminate our class today. Okay. Thank you so much for joining to the class. Okay. However, do you want to continue Abhidhamma class? Okay.
It's,
And after, yeah.
not different to Zoom.
Which one we have to do today?
Seiji.
Moha Chitta. Dosa Chitta.
Yes, ignorance. We haven't studied yet.
Later, another 5 minutes to. Thank you so much. See
Thank you very much, Bante.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.